she fell in love with the cocoa. Well, let's see them like Benny Hanna. Take my little foreign bitch to Benny Hanna. Niggas want smoke, I got plenty guns. Niggas want smoke, I got heavy on. Right now, that nigga with the semi out. Still up on the leg if I really.
Yeah. Say, man, it's Street Top Radio LA. Hey, Street Top Radio LA, man. You already know what it is. I'm your host, Big Homie Smiles, man. We are broadcasting live from Baltimore, Maryland, via Los Angeles, California. Hey, we going to turn up. We got a wonderful show today. I got some wonderful information to get to you guys. I got a wonderful guest coming on. Y'all probably wondering why the hell the Smiles got this box on. Well, let me tell you the background of the box. See, I was going to go, with my little homie. He like 12. We was going to go out, do some therapy for the people, but we didn't get that far. So I decided to continue my mask game, you know what I'm saying, and come on my own show and do my own little mask thing, because I'm like that and I'm tight and I can do what I want because this is my show. So y'all already know that we always start our show off with Black inventors. Shout out to Pinpoint Inventions, 1001 Inventions. Every time we come, we always finding out some new information about our Black inventors, man. Last week we found out about the lady who invented the call waiting. We found out that a gentleman invented peanut milk using cashew peanuts. I think that was Dr. Carver. So today we got a contributor. Hold up, we got my boy coming in. My co-host will be here shortly. He just got a knock at the door. Y'all know, if y'all don't know, I just moved from the projects up to the better east side. You know what I'm saying? I just got my little mansion, got my butler at the door. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man. Let's everybody give him a hand clap. Thank you. My man is like that. Jeffrey, 1 second. Don't let Black Hole Man in just yet. We'll be right there. So the invention is the microcomputer system for the peripheral processing devices. Oops, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm burnt out. I'm reading last week's invention. The new invention of the day is computer word processing. The contributor is Donald Jefferson, 1960 to 1970. The patent number is number 3701972. Jefferson's innovation helped to push word processing computers out of the primitive age by increasing memory capacity and speed and decreasing costs. So right now, I'm using an invention of my brother Donald Jefferson. He was able to use word processing. That's how I'm able to type up my information for my objective and my purpose, because I got to stay on track. I smoke a lot of weed. I get off track quickly. You know what I'm saying? I got ADHD fucking D, okay? So the next invention is George Washington. Look at that. We were just talking about that man. Invented, he invented a lot of stuff if y'all don't know. So y'all need to look up some information about George Washington Carver. He invented DYES. That's the dyes. Carver made dyes from a myriad of plant substances. His extraordinary work helped to solve a national emergency at the onset of World War I, when there was a shortage of dye stuff. Carver invented 536 separate dyes from the leaves, roots, and stems and fruits of the 28 plants, which were used to color wool, cotton, linen, silk, and leather. So for those of you who are not too familiar with dyes, the CDC actually recommended, when this whole pandemic first came out, that people, if they're making homemade masks, they use the material that has dyes in it, because dyes is a very more safe type of cloth, especially when protecting against, viruses and things like that. Just fun fact. Now, the dyes were used to color wool, cotton, linen, silk, and leather. 49 of Carver dyes were invented for the scrumpermo grape alone. So my man used a lot of plants to, bring forth a lot of inventions. And, plants are good. Dr. Sabi always tell us, be on we can't live if we are eating food that kills us inside. So I'm trying to be better. I've been on a smoothie diet, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get my insides right. Right now, the last invention is going to be the engine two-cycle gas. The contributor is Frederick M. Jones. The date is December 28th, 1950. Now, besides the highly durable, cost-efficient two-cycle gas engine, Jones also invented a mechanism that started and stopped gas engines. So all that skirt, when y'all hear in the little rap music, skirt, skirt, just know that skirt is homemade. It's from my man Frederick M. Jones. He invented a mechanism that started and stopped gas engines. You feel me? We out here godly. You know what I'm saying? So don't let these colonizers out here tell you that we not like that, because we is. They out here trying to withhold information, but they not really withholding information, because it's our job to seek. Seek and ye shall find. They put the knowledge in the book, so you got to go out there and get it. Shout out to Pinpoint again, another good company located in Washington, D.C. Now, he continued in 1958 inventing a control for internal combustion. Now, I'm not going to get too much into that. I didn't really look further into what internal combustion was, but you guys should, because you don't always want to take my word for it. All right. Now I'm gonna bring my boy, my co-host, up in here.
Hold on, I'm gonna be doing something. Hello?
Hey, what's up, brother?
What's the deal? We in here, you know what I'm saying? We live in the field.
We live in the field with it. I just wanted to tell you what's up. I'm gonna bring you back in the backstage. I got my wonderful guest Javon Brown coming on with us for today, so we're gonna stay tuned. All right.
Alright.
All right, cool. Y'all already know I like to do my little stories, right? My nice little stories. So the title of this story, hold on, I gotta play my background music too. Let me get my background music right. I probably should take this box off. It's very in a way, you know what I'm saying? So all right, let me play my background music. I gotta turn it down too. All right. This story is called Jane Doe. This story takes place in Baltimore City in the late 2000s. A young girl is in pursuit to be the top fashion designer coming out of Maryland. However, on her journey, she faces some hardships, even near-death experiences. Keisha lives on Frankfurt. If anybody from Baltimore, they know Frankfurt. Vicious. Vicious. You walking down Frankfurt anytime, you might hear a couple real quick. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. It's vicious out there. So Keisha lives on Frankfurt Avenue, by the 7-Eleven. Her mom has 5 other children. Keisha goes to work. When Keisha goes to work, her mom, hold up, I'm sorry, y'all. Keisha is her sibling's mom when her mom goes to work. Her 10-hour shift at the Campbell Soup Factory in PA. Although Keisha hates not having a social life because she has to babysit, she uses her time to create a clothing line made for men and women. As Keisha makes her shirts and pants, she receives a phone call. Ring, ring. Hello? This is Keisha. How can I help you? Hello, Keisha. My name is Jason Haynes. I'm calling because I came across one of your YouTube channels where you were creating some phenomenal clothing for men and women. Keisha, stunned, pauses for about 5 seconds. You watch my YouTube channel? I only have 3 viewers. Funny how the universe works. I wanted to offer you an internship with my company, Jane Doe. Do you think you would be interested? I haven't released my clothing line because I'm looking for someone special. Keisha. Well, Jason, I would be honored. However, I have younger siblings that I have to watch while my mom works. Before Keisha could finish her sentence, Jason cuts her off. I've been doing my research on you, Keisha. I secured daycare for your siblings permanently. And I'll also be giving you an advancement that you will never have to pay back of $500,000 on top of a salary for $100,000 a year. So what do you say, Keisha? Crying so hard, Keisha accidentally dropped the phone. Jason, I'm so sorry. I just dropped the phone. Why? Why me? I don't understand. Well, Keisha, you're my Jane Doe, my secret weapon no one knows about. You are consistent and you love fashion and you love the art of fashion just like me. So, Keisha, can you start tomorrow? Jason asks. Keisha, smiling from ear to ear, says, Jason, if you know me like you say you know me, then you know I won't move until I get that $500,000. So, Jason, where is it? Jason says, Keisha, open the door. Keisha opens the door. Keisha says, Jason, what time do I come in? And folks, that's the end of my story. That's the end of my story. Now, the moral of that story is stay consistent with your craft. You never know who's watching you. Somebody could be out there, your next biggest hit. So just stay consistent. That's the moral of that story. Stay consistent. All right, now we're going to get into our topic for today. Now we have a wonderful guest coming in. Let me bring my man on. Let me bring my co-host on. We got a
Oh,
wonderful
we,
we got a
we got
wonderful topic for today. Is going to be, is resilience being optimistic?
Hold
Now
on,
the
I'm doing.
purpose of this podcast is to create awareness and understanding of resilience and optimism when pursuing goals or dreams. In life, we fall down, but it's your determination that allows you to push yourself to get up and remain consistent. Creating something unfamiliar is what I believe makes optimism happen. The belief that what I have or what I'm creating will have a positive outlook on the world. We are all born with a purpose and a destiny. For the one that does solves the riddles of life, he does become invincible because he is unstoppable. Now, resilience, I just want to give you guys a definition of resilience. Now, resilience means the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties or toughness, the ability of a substance or object to spring back in shape. So when you're thinking about resilience, you're thinking about someone who has overcome a lot of obstacles, a lot of mistakes, who has maybe fallen 90 times and gotten up all 90 times, but still was able to push forward. That is resilience. Now, when you're thinking about optimism is hopeful and confident about the future. So when you're optimistic about something, that means that you have hope that something good will turn out. You know what I'm saying? It's not really too much dealing with, you being able to withstand the storm, like resilience. It's more so, it's like, I have the faith, or I have the optimism that I'm going to achieve all of my goals in life. I'm going to be persistent with my career. I'm going to elevate in life. You know what I'm saying? It's this, you're confident about the future. You may not really be putting no action into it. You just hopeful, because it's a lot of people out here just hopeful. Hopeful is something going to happen. They not putting in no work. They just hopeful. You know what I mean? I'm going to bring my guest Javon Brown in. Before I do, I just want to give you guys some background. Now, we have a wonderful guest tapping in with us on TTRLA. His name is Javon Brown. He's a JCSU alum. He's an author, radio host, owner, and entrepreneur. On top of being a great, accomplished, handsome black man. You see how I say? Always got to compliment your brothers. You feel me? So, on top of being a great, accomplished, handsome black man, Javon recently went viral with his outstanding costume as the Black Grand Rising Biscuit. So, for those of you who are not familiar, Halloween has just passed, and on Twitter, Javon had an amazing costume. I'm gonna throw his commercial on in a second, but he was the Grand Rising Biscuit. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it was extra funny because I'm always saying Grand Rising to everybody, and they say if somebody say if somebody said that you Grand Rising, you a red, you a motherfucking red flag and shit. So I be sending Grand Rising. So now I no longer say Grand Rising to my people. I just send his picture, the Grand Rising biscuit. So before I bring my man on, let me finish. I got distracted. I smoke weed, y'all. I'm sorry. I got ADHD. I forget sometimes. So Javon is the author of A Lesson Learned, a book based on the experiences of 16 college students, their trials and tribulations they ultimately made them the men and women that they are today. This book teaches us that there are no losses in life, just lessons learned. Every experience, trial, and pain teaches us something we never knew about ourselves. Each story gives us a detailed account of the pivotal aspects, followed by advice, statistics, and the lessons the main characters learn from each experience, which goes back to my title. Is resilience being optimistic? So, you guys, we're going to bring Javon in. I need a hand clap. Throw the hand claps for my man. Let's turn the volume up for the hand claps. Grand Rising, my brother. Now, before I get to you, I want to play your commercial real quick.
Okay. Do what you want to do. Don't do what your parents want you to do. Don't do what your friends doing. Do what you want to do. Take your hobby and your passion and turn it into your career. But you got to make people believe in you. So many people are always talking about they want to do this.
Yay. I can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, my phone, my computer kind of froze. I'm sorry, but I thought that was a dope. I thought that me just attending school with you and seeing that viral post is always interesting because I was looking at the joint on Twitter and I was like, man, he looked like this guy that I went to school with. You know what I'm saying? And then I end up coming across your page and I thought that was just universal and how it just reconnected us back.
Yeah, because you just dropped off the face of the earth, man. Like,
man, look, Instagram be hating hard on me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm out here pushing a good message to the people. We're going to blame it on Instagram. But I've been trying to get my stuff together, elevate, make sure I'm doing the things necessary. Right. Being a college graduate, you know what I'm saying? I got to make sure. I got to make sure I'm doing shit right. You feel me?
I already know.
Now, I wanted to ask you, where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Landover, Maryland, Ardmore, right down the street from Charles River Flowers High School, right down the street. I can actually walk to my high school. So.
Oh, you from Landover, Maryland? Shout out to Landover taking over.
Yeah.
For those
Ardmore to be exact.
Ardmore. Oh, so you was on so when Wale shouted out Ardmore and Glen Arden, you was like, damn, that shit all right.
Yeah. His cousin grew up around there. So
oh, for real? Yeah, so Wale y'all like tapped in for real.
Yeah. When I was in college, he had put out the Nike Boots video. And he shot the Nike Boots video at Ardmore Park, and like all my man was in the video. A man that passed away, they had his shirts on and stuff like that. So I was in college, like, hey, that's my neighborhood. I thought it was so tight,
Yeah, I think that's so good when rappers, especially from our area, tap back into the home team and show love to people that may not be able to travel outside of Maryland, DC, Virginia area, and it's always good because sometimes rappers, they be all in their little feelings. Now, I wanted to ask, how old are you? If that's okay. I know that's.
Well, I'm just fine. I'm 35.
35. Okay. Yeah. 35 like my dice. Shoot them. 35 like my dice. You know what they say? 5 plus 3 = 8. We try to get that 8 out the gate. You feel me?
I was trying to ask about that. I ain't want to. Ain't you costume thing? Halloween, what's going on?
This is a costume, you know what I'm saying? This is my
Did you make that?
I did. I made this the other day. I was gonna make a refrigerator, but I realized I probably wouldn't be able to stand up or sit down.
Hey, when I made mine, it ain't easy getting them arms and everything together. You had to cut it a certain way.
I used a plate, my brother. And then I was looking at YouTube, the little kids making little dye costumes.
Yeah, I did the same thing because I had before I made my costume, I had looked up how to turn yourself into a can or something like that. So that's how I did it.
Hey, your joint was on point like shit. I just want to know, how did you get the Grand Rising and the biscuit nigga on that joint?
So a few months back, that picture of the biscuit with the Hotep hat on, the Kente hat had went viral. So I always thought it was funny. So I was like, because every year I be thinking, I want to do a Halloween costume, but it got to be something creative. So I had the ideas like, I'm gonna be Grand Rising, and I was thinking why they got the biscuit. So I googled it, and on the Pillsbury Doughboy can, it says Grand on it. So that's why it has Grand Rising. So I actually got the picture and went on Canva and put Rising at the bottom, and then got a Kente hat and put it on the Pillsbury Doughboy, and then took an old TV box and I had printed that picture out like a poster from Staples, and I pasted it around the old TV box to put arms in it, and went to the mall and got a Kente hat.
Nigga, you the GOAT. Yeah. You the fucking GOAT, bruh. You are the GOAT. I was like, this nigga is the perfect Grand Rising biscuit, nigga.
Oh yeah, and then I made sure to put the Kente hat on the Pillsbury Doughboy. You know?
Yeah, but when I see that, I was like, my man is lit. This guy be a JCSU. This some Smith shit, man.
Right. And don't forget the red flag. So I had some Q-tips, and then I had some red cloth, and I cut it into flags and put it on the box.
Boy, look at that engineering. We inventors. I was just talking about inventors of about the people back in the day, but we our own inventors right now, the 2021. Right.
Black creators, live in action.
You live in action. I was like, my man is creative as shit. Yeah. Right. I was like, damn, everybody reposted this nigga shit. I was like, damn, that is some good shit.
It was so crazy. Like, I knew it would get some retweets and get a whole lot of likes, but I didn't know it was going to do that. Like, Amanda Seals. Amanda Seals posted it. Yvonne Orji posted it, but she cut my head off. And a few like,
oh, she cut your head off.
Yeah, but like, cut me off. But like,
Betty, we throw the gunshot at her. Right. What is wrong with you? Cut my man head off, bitch.
I seen it. That's how I feel. I'm like, damn, it's like that. Cut my head up. Post my picture and tag me.
Right?
Yeah,
but go ahead.
But and then like a few pages, like a few positive pages, like the Black Man Can and the Black Yoga page, they posted me, and it was a whole lot. I feel like I made probably like 100,000 people or more laugh that day. It felt kind of good.
That is wonderful, yeah. Because your shit went viral, and I was making sure people knew that you was a Smithite, and I was like, this is my man. He got a book. He is not only a great costume maker, nigga. He's an author.
Yeah, it was so tight because like I ran into people like you I ain't seen in a long time. Like I ran into people from elementary school, middle school. Like that's Javon.
God do.
It was crazy. So
that's that resilience. Yeah, that's that resilience.
Yeah, being optimistic too.
Being optimistic. Come on, throw the hand clap.
Because I was nervous. I was like, man. What if I put this out? People start clowning me, but I was like, fuck it. What I got to lose?
Exactly. Just like in my story with Jane Doe, what she had to lose? She doing making clothes on YouTube, and she ended up getting one little, follower, and that one little view, and that joint turned her life around. You got one little retweet.
All it takes is one yes.
Man, one yes. That's what I learned in sales. You get 7 no's, but the 8th one is gonna be a yes. Keep going. You feel me?
That's gonna bleed you.
And that shit gonna lead you. That's how you gotta do it. Yeah. Now, what made you want to write your book based on college experiences?
Well, when I was in college, I actually had the idea to write the book. Because our school was not a normal schools, and
exactly,
and
nigga,
and I had a really good, wild, fun college experience.
Exactly.
So I had the idea to write the book when I was going to Smith, but it's just gonna be like all my crazy stories. As I got older and got more mature and got more spiritual, I was like, I can still write those crazy stories, but put a lesson learned after every story to tell the younger generation how to get through it and not go through the same things we went through.
Right. Yeah. That is so smart. Yeah. That is so smart, because I noticed that there's stories. The stories aren't like like a person conducting an interview. The stories are like actual stories, and you turn them into like real they're real situations, but how you put the spin on it like a story, it almost reminds me of like a Zornell Hurston, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Or like like a book where you read different stories in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or like it actually remind me too. I may be reaching, but this is one. It's just what it remind me of. It remind me of the movie Carmen. You know what I mean? Right. When the people is doing the scenes and then they just start rapping out of nowhere and shit.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
So my freshman year at Smith, we had to read the book The Pack. about the doctors that all made a pact to graduate together. So I read that book and it was good. So when I wrote my book, I was like, man, my book better than they book, and it's more relatable to like a lot of people. So I was like, I'm trying to get this book in different colleges, and I pitched the idea. I made a curriculum for the book with homework. I made a curriculum for the book with homework assignments, class assignments, and projects, and it's in 17 schools now.
That is amazing. Let's throw the hand claps for my black brothers. We doing numbers, you know what I mean? Yeah. Let's throw them again. I think that's so amazing. Now, how was you able to like put the stories together so cohesively on top of it? Because you answered it. My question a little bit. You said you read a story called The Pack, and it was just kind of not mimicking, but getting some ideas on creating a better version of that story. Now, how was you able to like the book is good. How was you able to get it so cohesively? Like, how was you able to like blend all 16 stories in like that?
So, I started, I went to school for communications, and I was on the student newspaper, and I read a lot. So, but I started researching how to write a book, and they said when you first that first page, you gotta grab them. Like you gotta, especially in this day and age, with everybody on their phones all the time and stuff like that. So I took like the top story, the best one, I thought the best one, and put it first, and then had like another one. Like it's all like shock value because you gotta keep your attention. But it's also a deep story too. Like the first story is called "Live by Faith, Not by Sight."
I'm gonna talk about that joint. Yeah, boy, that joint crazy.
Yeah, and my sister's best friend, he got shot in the head and went blind. And the first 2 pages, it's that happens. Like he in the dorm and he gets shot on the first page. So that's gonna keep you like
locked in.
It's gonna like let me keep reading this kind of thing. But thank you. But his story is a good story because he went blind, but he still graduated, got his master's, and he's very successful. So it's like if he can do it,
anybody can do it, right? Yeah. Because I was going to say, that was my next thing, because Live by Faith, Not by Sight was a real heavy story, right? Yeah, and I love how you made me see what was happening with your words, like the way that you was like going back and forth with, Sean and Terry, I believe that was the guy's name and stuff like that. I thought that was so interesting.
And that was kind of a challenge because I was writing from his perspective, and then he went blind, so I couldn't really say what he see, or I had to say how he felt or what he was feeling with his hands or what he heard. And he also lost his sense of smell, so he can't smell either. So I couldn't say because when the bullet hit his optic nerve, it ruptured it. Then he lost his sense of smell and he can't see. So
damn, that's unfortunate. But he's alive, but so God had a bigger plan for him.
Yeah, and he's very. He got his master's. He's an alpha. He's the president. He's the president of the National Blind Federation and everything. He got a child. He married. He doing real good.
That's wonderful.
He texts me. He on Facebook and all that. Like
Yeah, my man. Just shout out to my man. Yeah. What's his name? Terry.
What, the one that got shot? Sean.
Yeah, Sean. Yeah. That was Sean.
Sean Calloway.
Sean Calloway. Shout out to Sean Calloway. You are truly inspirational. Because when I was reading that joint, it reminded me, we leaving names out of my memory, okay? Because this story. Right. Smith is a crazy player.
It is. It really is.
Nigga, y'all. Smith. But every time, hey, look, Smith, we having riots on Martin Luther King Day.
You don't even know, man.
We was wilding out there.
I never forget after I graduated, right? And this is when Twitter got real popular. And Lord Duval had came to Smith.
Oh yeah, I was in the joint.
Yeah, and the picture went viral because y'all had like bum rushed the doors, and I was like,
that's like this. Yeah. Hey, cause we was gonna fire Lil Duval ass up. And they had locked us in. They had locked Lil Duval in the little kitchen joint. And Lil Duval had the little green Adidas outfit on and shit. And I was we was at the door like this. Let us in. And he took a picture. I'm in the front of the joint.
Yeah, it was you and the other dude. What's the other dude name? Light skinned dude.
Butter. It was me and Butter.
Yeah, man.
We was about to fire Lil Duval ass up. He had that little ass green Adidas outfit.
And I seen that picture. I was like, "This is my school," and I had retweeted it. Everybody was hitting me like, "Y'all ghetto." I was like, "Hey, we be having fun in my school. We have fun.
We be having fun." Remember, because I remember Kanye West had people that came on. Kanye West didn't come on our campus, but his security or something had came on the campus and started shooting dice with us and shit like that. I was like, "This shit wild. This shit's a wild shit up Smith."
I had a ball at Smith.
Man, I love going to HBCU was the best thing. I had some of this abuela too, so shout out to Panama. This joint got me tongue tied.
Right.
Nah, but going to an HBCU was the best thing that I ever could have done. You know what I mean? And I had some wonderful experiences.
Right. You know what's so crazy? When I was in high school, I did not want to go to North Carolina. I got family down there. I was like, I'm not trying to go to North Carolina, but all my older cousins like North Carolina maybe slower than DC, but North Carolina got the most colleges, like some of the most colleges in America, and it's colleges like at every exit, and they will learn like so you can go to all these different. And then the good thing about us, we was in Charlotte, so we was like
smack in it,
like dead in the middle of Charlotte, so So it was live. It was live.
It was lit. And to go back to that story, live by faith, not by sight. An incident had happened at Smith where a young man was playing with a gun too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And the gun went off. And the bullet went inside the pillow of a gentleman that was going to be laying down on a nap. But for some reason, God told him, don't take no nap that day.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? The bullet ain't hit him, but ain't hit nobody. But I'm just like, damn, that's crazy because that shit do be happening like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
People, I don't know what we be thinking, when you young,
You know, it's crazy. I was in Burlington Coat Factory one day, and a guy had on the South Carolina State University hoodie, and I told him about my book, and he was like, man, that happened all the time. I was like, huh? He was like, yeah, I went to South Carolina State. I got shot there. I'm like,
damn. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
that happened all the time.
That before.
Nigga shoot out. Hold up.
Right. I'm like, what?
Nigga got shot. He said, yeah, that's normal shit. Just like going to Smith, man. We have a ride at Smith every other mother freaking day. You know what I mean?
Fighting them up north dudes, and then
all the New York dudes. We fighting all the South Carolina dudes,
and then be cool with all of them by senior year.
Right. That's how I go though. Yeah, but that's how I go. Because when you young, especially why I went out to North Carolina because I was definitely trying to, branch out and be away from my parents and just wild out. For be honest, I think I learned now as an adult that I actually went to school to learn life experiences.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't. I think if I pursue my master's degree, then I'm gonna be more so on a learning tip.
Right.
But my bachelor's, I spent a lot of money just to learn life.
Right.
Because I was a little closed in, at home. So going out, being able to branch out and make your own mistakes was something that I was able to do out there in Charlotte. And I'm grateful. Now, how did you become resilient when you were pursuing your dreams?
It wasn't easy, but that quote you said is resilience, optimistic. You gotta have faith and believe in yourself, and you gotta write down those goals and just keep going. It's a lot of times, I'm self-published, so I'm doing everything myself. I don't have
one man bandstand. Throw the hand claps for my man.
I don't have a publishing company going out calling different schools to get my book in the school to come out and speak to them. It's me actually, like on my break at lunch, my regular job, I would go and call the schools and call them and tell them who I am, talk to them about my book, send them a free copy of my book, and then follow up with them. And that can be kind of discouraging because, like I said, you may get 10 no's, but you get a 1 yes. But that 1 yes is gonna change your whole
game, your whole life, the whole game.
Because then you start to get leverage. Because then you can start pitching your book and you can start telling the other schools, oh, this school use it, this school use it, this school use it. It's like, okay, well, if that school uses it, let me give it a try. And then some schools like Bowie State and Livingstone and Mississippi Valley State University, they've used it back to back to back. So that, like Bowie State had used it 5 years in a row for the entire freshman class.
Wow, look at that. Throw that hand claps for my man.
Yeah.
Let's throw them hand claps.
Thank you. So it can get hard, and because you get tired of calling them. Sometimes you call them, it's HBCU, so sometimes you call them, they got an attitude. And like, you call them back again, yes, not taking no
right.
But
I know, right? Press them out.
Those same people will tell you yes, because they see how resilient you are.
And resilient.
They see like, oh, he's not giving up. Let me go ahead and because sometimes they don't even read the book. They just get it. But then you keep calling, keep pressing them out. Right. They're gonna read it. And then once they read it, you got them
on it because you got a hook and sinker.
Yeah.
Hook and sinker.
Yeah. Once they read that first chapter, they're like, oh, let me keep reading. Okay, it's getting good. Like, well,
it's getting like that. We're gonna have to bring them on.
Yeah, and then also me having the curriculum also helped me out because like the professors, they don't gotta do no work. You already got a curriculum. All you gotta do is just pull it in.
Now, how did you get the curriculum? Now, how did you know how to create? Obviously, you're a communication major, but but what made you think about creating a curriculum to go along with the book?
Yeah,
because that seemed like that's a lot of extra because you got have like a.
So I got this lady named Jamila Lynn. She was a professor at Howard, but now she just contracts. I met her through this guy named Amir. And she's like real smart. And I met a lot of professors. I know a lot since putting my book out.
Right.
And her, Miss Lynn, and Professor Walters at Bowie, they was like, you should do a curriculum because then, it takes the work off of the
professors. Look at that. They're giving you insight.
Yeah, right. So, and then Professor Walters, she sent me a website where they actually go and choose books that have curriculums. So I went on there and you can look at the curriculum for free. And I was just looking at how they did the curriculum and just basically did like some of the similar things, but just put it for my book instead.
Look at that. Come on, throw that. That's innovation. My man is an inventor out here, nigga.
Yeah. It took time, but since I was cool with them, I had them look over it and they told me where to change this, change that. And
And so you just created a whole not easy, but you just relieved the professor of a lot of extra work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the book is great. So if a teacher or a professor wants to continue this into the curriculum, you just gave them the blueprint, like Jay-Z, nigga, you hove out here, nigga.
Right.
I like that. You feel me?
I like that.
You gave them the blueprints. You hove out here, you feel me? You just gotta find your Beyonce. You feel me?
Right. Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding. You feel me? Now, did you know your purpose in life before or after you attended school? Now, I know that this idea of lesson learned came while you were in school, but being a communication major myself, I know that I already am. For me personally, I had an idea of what I wanted to pursue. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So did you have did you know your purpose in life before you went to school, or did your purpose in life come as you learned your own way?
I think I was always on the path, but I realized it like right before I started writing the book. I like understood what the purpose was and all those spiritual things that go along with it. Because I got kind of spiritual before I started writing the book. I was going with some things, started going to church more, started reading more self-help books, and really got into myself. I cut everybody off for like whole 2 years to write the book. I wasn't going out, wasn't smoking, wasn't drinking, wasn't dating, wasn't doing nothing. Just shut everything down. And that's when I learned, like, I've always been on the right path, but now it's time to use it for a better way, a better purpose. Because I tell the students all the time to figure out your purpose, take your hobby or your passion and turn it into your career, and then look at it as like you're serving and you're giving back. So like, say if you're a comedian, you were put on this earth to make people laugh and forget about their words of the day. If you're a doctor, that means you're put on this earth to help people and help them heal their physically and mentally.
Right.
So, I think of it like that. So I always love music. So that's why, I used to make beats and write for Ozone Magazine. And if you read the book, I talk about music a little bit in there. Like I'm riding down the highway listening to Jay-Z. But then when I do my speeches, I use a lot of different quotes from different artists. Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole from Love Yours, Even J Cole. Like I put all the students, not all of them, but like if I'm talking to a group of guys, I put 10 of them in a circle and tell them, you all got to be accountable for each other and check on each other. And I put one guy in the middle and take the other one out, and then I'll say Jay-Z learned, like if everybody in your clique is rich, your clique is rugged, nobody will fall because everybody will be each other's crutches. And I was like, not just rich.
Oh, come on.
Right, not just rich in life, but rich in spirit, rich in helping each other, rich in health and everything. So you gotta all stick together. So I learned my purpose that way. A little bit after, but I always knew what I was doing. So I still love music, and I still dibble and dabble a little bit. So I just mixed it in with writing. And I always love writing. Writing just takes so much time. Like when I write, it got to be quiet, and I don't like being like me creating the Halloween costume. I had music playing, had the TV playing, but with writing, everything got to shut down, and I don't really like that. I like the final product because it's real, it's creative, it's like wow, it's a whole story, but the whole process is like it got to be silent.
Right, you got to follow the process for you.
Yeah, but that hard work does pay off in writing though.
No, and I think that's so profound what you said about the gentleman being able to have to stick together, you know what I'm saying? Because in life, especially with what's going on in our generation, to have black men, like yourself, like Black Corman and other black men out there, to kind of grab these young people, and kind of teach them and instill in them what we would have wanted instilled in us, growing up. It's almost like full circle type, what your parents say, you gotta, make sure that you keep the right people around you. You gotta stay focused. So if we're a team and we're a village and we're teaching our village children, to stick together and to, just learn to do more than just what is necessary, go above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can, but I have a little homie, he 12. He's smart as shit. He give me a lot of jewels. Now he was like, Smiles, you can give a person $100 and they can go buy some food for the day and they'll be good. Or I can show them how to make $100 and they'll be good for the rest of your life. So it's like that. What you're doing is you're teaching people how to be successful, not only, with the monetary funds, but also mentally, spiritually, physically, you know what I'm saying? So that's noble. Now, what was the concept behind the trailers of A Lesson Learned? Now, and I saw that and I was like, wow, that's all. It's almost like a mini series, you know what I'm saying? Like a mini movie. I was like captivated. Oh, somebody drinking and driving. Oh, what is it? Motherfucker got pregnant. Oh, damn. She got knocked up.
Right. So, a few years ago, Jay-Z and Beyonce went on tour for the On the Run concert. Yeah. And for their promo, they had a trailer for I don't know if you remember that, but they had a trailer for their concert. I do. So when I was writing my book, I was like, I'm gonna do a trailer too. So I did everything in that trailer. I didn't shoot myself. I had somebody shoot with their camera, but I edited it. I did everything in it. Like everything.
Wow, you edited. You did a great. Throw the hand claps, y'all. Yeah. The editing was amazing in that.
That's that communications degree.
I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I could edit right now. I didn't even know I had the capabilities. I had to type. I was like, damn, I could do this shit.
I mean, and all the videos you see on my Instagram page are like saying I'm speaking here and speaking there. That's all me. I did all that.
Wow, you are great. Throw the hand claps. If y'all need my man to do edits as well.
Yeah, thank you. I did all that.
Send him a DM. Yeah,
right.
I got a question.
Yes, shoot.
All right. When you wrote the book, you knew you were planning to put it in schools, or how'd you end up putting it in schools?
Good question.
Yeah. That was my intent the whole time, because I was like, I want to make some money off of this, so I need to get it in the school. So when I was writing it, I was making sure I was making it so schools would pick it up. I didn't make it too vulgar or make it too gruesome or graphic, anything like that, or have a bunch of person in it, because I knew I was trying to get it in schools.
In the schools.
So that was my goal. And the lesson learned part, I have like I got the bibliography in the back and all that kind of stuff too. Did he drop off?
Oh yeah, he might have lost service. So you got the bibliography in the back?
Yeah, because I did research with like statistics and different news articles to back up what I was talking about in the story. So, having the bibliography and all that, I'm like, oh, he really did his research and everything.
Right. You was smart as a mug because some people like to fact check. Some people like to fact check, when they read material, especially when it's coming from a smart black man. You know what I mean? Right. They always like to do the extra critiquing and shit.
Yeah, so my book is in Penn State, so I think Penn State probably checked all the boxes and stuff like that. So,
come on, I think that's strong as shit. Now, how did you meet these 16 students? Now, did you because this is something that you were thinking about doing while you was in school. Now, did you happen to meet all of these people? Just through your experiences.
These are my best friends, and some of them are my stories. Some of them, JJ got a story in there. Joy got a story in there. Some of my it's my close friends and my family, my cousins in there. Then Sean is my sister's best friend, and it's everybody who's in my circle. Like, I knew things they had been through in college, and I was like, "Oh, this would be a good story. That'd be a good story." And I asked them, and they blessed me. I didn't put, I made sure I changed the names and the places to protect the innocent and the guilty.
Right. Because we don't want nobody like you. We don't want nobody like, damn, nigga, you couldn't hold it. Nigga, you told the exact spot, nigga.
Right. Because,
where was that?
Because, Sean's story isn't the only, gun story in my book. It's 2 other stories in there. My homegirl got shot.
I had weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah. My homegirl got shot when I was in college, and then my mans, they was riding with my other man, and they went and shot at some other dudes around the corner from us. So it's like, not only do I got somebody getting shot, and I got the shooters in there too.
You got the steppers. You got the steppers in that joint. Right. That I think that book is like, that book.
I got another question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you give us a quick little summary of how the book's running for people that ain't read the book? I didn't get a chance to know about this. We was gonna talk about the book, so I didn't get to read it or see any of the previews. What the book looking like, a general idea, what motivated you to do it from the beginning? Like, all right, this is how I'm gonna do it so that I can put it in schools, or you were like, this is an idea and this is gonna be perfect for schools?
So I always had the idea to write a book when I was in college, but it was just gonna be about my crazy experiences, and that was actually gonna be like some Zane kind of book like that. Because I was kind of wild in college, but I was like, I ain't gonna do that. So
I got was a dick slipper, hurricane tipper.
So I had the idea to, do something more powerful and more impactful, and I wrote the book that way. And I just interviewed my friends, and they gave me their blessings, and I put a lesson learned part after each chapter. So that means that it's advice for the students or the person reading the book to let them know that if you're going through this, here's how to get through it and not give up. And I also have statistics backing the story. So it's an STD story.
So it's educational.
Yeah, it's an STD story. And then I have the STD statistics for people that's in college and stuff like that.
Right. And you got, and I like the fact that you can purchase the used books of people too.
Yeah.
You got it all.
Yeah.
Amazon, how did you get that?
Yeah, Amazon did that because they know it's in the schools. Because some schools have order books off of Amazon too. So they did that. Tuskegee ordered books too. Like Tuskegee University used the book. When they bought the books, they bought 800 copies.
Yeah.
800 copies?
Yeah. You doing now?
Yeah, let's throw the hand class, man. My man out here bankroll Jimmy.
They bought 800 copies. I was like, they called me. I was like, how many copies? I was like, yeah, I can get you that. I was like, what in the world? And I went and spoke there. They had a lyceum. And I was the lyceum. I was the lyceum. I was the lyceum. Throw
the hand claps for my man. Now you gotta explain for my people in audio world. My people in audio world right now. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. Oh, I ain't even described my outfit. I may have. But for my people in audio world, Javon, you gotta explain what a lyceum. Some people did not even go past, high school sometimes, so unfortunately.
So a lyceum is a required speech or seminar you have to go to when you're in college, and if you don't complete all your lyceums, you won't graduate. Like that's
you will not graduate. Listen,
how many we had to have? How many we had to go to? Like 8 or 10, something like that.
We had to go to like a lot. I don't even know the number. I ain't gonna hold you, but it was a lot, and I was pissed the fuck off. Okay.
Yeah, like you have to go to these lyceums and you get credits for it, and they take your ID and they swipe
that joint like you going to the club, nigga.
Yeah, before you go in there. So when they called me and told me I was
a lyceum,
I was like, because you know when I was in school, when I was in school, I went to Lyceum. I seen Michael Eric Dyson. I seen Angela Davis. That's when they had to come speak at the Lyceums. So I was like, I'm a Lyceum. So I went there. I had a meeting with the president. They had an actual red carpet. I met with the
red carpet.
I met with the science and tech kids first, and because like the ones who real smart first, and then I went into the gym and they had like the red car. They had a lady sing before I came on, and
nigga, you came out like Obama, nigga.
Yeah,
Obama.
Yeah, they had a whole stage.
Nigga.
I was looking around like me, like y'all doing this for me, but
I know.
I talked for an hour. They paid me to come talk and everything. It was
God.
I was like,
God
wow.
Is good.
Yeah.
God is good.
This Thursday, I'm speaking at Mississippi Valley State University too. So I'm flying out there.
Shout out to Mississippi. Shout out to all the graduating class of 2021. What is it? 2021, right?
Yeah. I think they're going to be 2022.
2022, the graduating class of 22, Mississippi State Valley. Yeah. Now, what was it like doing your first, like speech at a university now? Because when I seen some of your posts on Instagram, you got the whole garb, like how the president be with the little hat, you know what I'm saying? The little robe, like you a preacher, nigga. I felt about to baptize a nigga. Hallelujah.
Believe it or not, my first speaking engagement was our rivalry at Livingstone College.
At Livingstone, our rivalry college.
Yeah. So they've used my book like 3 or 4 years in a row for their summer bridge program. So they called me out to speak. Man, they had me speak for 4 hours. 4 hours? 4 hours. 4 hours. That's not normal. Usually it's just an hour or something like that.
Damn, they was trying to see if you was really about it.
Yeah, so I did it. Like I practiced at home in my room before I bought my house. I was practicing in my room with my cousin, just practicing every day. I had a PowerPoint. I had no cards, but I don't really like using no cards, so I was just practicing every day. And I was just kind of telling the stories and talking about the stories, how I am with y'all, but in a more deeper way. And then my cousin also came. My cousin is Josh Howard. He played for the Dallas Mavericks and the Wizards. Yeah, so he's from North Carolina. So he came down and he talked too. So
shout out to Josh Howard.
Yeah, so he helped me out with that one.
Damn, that's all right.
But I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous that first speech. Like I feel like Eminem in 8 Mile. Like I was about to throw up. Like I really feel nauseous. Like because I know when I was in college and we had to go through those lights, it was like, man, I ain't trying to go this mess, So, how can I make them want to be here and keep their attention? Like how can I be that cool speaker? Because I know how it is. Like I know how it is. Like
and then for 4 hours though, nigga.
But that 4 hours thing, that's too long. It's no way getting around trying to make them think you're cool after the first hour. Like
after the first hour, it's a wrap. They like, I don't want to leave.
And Livingstone is kind of like our school, so some of them probably like, I'm trying to go smoke, man. When is dude gonna be?
I know, right? I know they niggas try to get high and shit.
Right. So, but now
that's a good experience.
Yeah, but now it's just an hour most of the time. I tell them like an hour, and that's good enough for them because they understand like
4 hours. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
You trying to not pay nobody else?
Yeah,
what?
but it taught me a lot doing that. So I learned how to I got into Toastmasters and learned how to do speeches because I talk kind of fast sometimes, but I learned how to do different things when I'm talking in person and talking on that stage to keep me going. So I was the speaker at my high school for the graduation. Yeah, Flowers.
Damn, now how is that going back to Flowers? Flowers a wild school too.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize that though.
I didn't even until I went and spoke there, because when I was in Flowers, it was wild, but it wasn't as wild as it is now. So I had a videography,
like a Southeast school.
Yeah, I had a videographer for when I talked to Flowers, and he's young. He's like real young. And he was like, man, I wanted to go to Flowers. I was like, for real, why? He was like, they had all the fights. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
He was like, he would go on YouTube in middle school and look at all the fights in Flowers. I was like, huh? So when he told me that after my speech, I went on YouTube
and look at the fight.
We on the news.
Lit at Flowers, nigga. Shootouts, nigga.
Yeah.
This girl I know lost her friend and shit. I was like, damn, at Flowers, nigga.
Yeah. And it's not kind of far off from when I was there, because I said, I had to walk home. So me and my man was beefing with other neighborhoods. It was a few times he walked home and niggas was shooting at us. Like we had to hop.
Yeah, because that Glenard and Almore, y'all wild steppers out there.
And it's so crazy because back then, once we got in the house, we was laughing about it. But it's like now it's like, that's not cool,
Maple Gardens, that's all about Maple Gardens and all that.
Yeah, Bricey Road and
Dodge City. They used to call that joint Dodge City back in the day.
Yeah, all that. Palm Park, all of them go
Palm
to Palm Park, Bricey Road, Summer Caroline, and Flowers. They put like the upper class kind of like with the made a little bit, because
that's why niggas ain't know.
Yeah, but they don't know that Lando side does go to Flowers, and it get kind of wild and
it get crunchy over there. I realized that when we had a basketball game of that motherfucker. I believe this is when CCB was passing out they little promos. See, when they first started coming out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's like you going to Flowers, and it's like these bands so they got money driving business to school, but then you got.
Yeah, because they the kids of the drug dealers. That's the kill. Right. Niggas not even hip. They probably like that local drug dealers.
Right. And they made it.
And made it. And sent them off to nigga, you should be good now.
Right.
Now, have you considered making the lessons learned a mini movie TV series?
I have.
I was like, damn, this shit should be like a motherfucking movie.
I just got to finish the script. I just got to finish it because I got it in my head. I know how I want to do it. It's kind of going to be like a mix between you ever seen Crash?
Yes. Oh, with the Ludacris.
Yeah,
and the police officer and Terrence. Oh, that movie made me so mad. The lady was judging.
But you know how none of them knew each other in the story.
Right. So it was different experiences.
Yeah, so kind of like
all led to one experience.
Yeah, so kind of like that mixed with high learning in school days.
Ooh, high learning in school days?
Yeah.
Oh, you trying to get Unchy.
I'm trying to get what's the Oscar?
You trying to get an Oscar. Okay.
Make it real deep. You're like, I kind of have the vision of how I'm going to start it off because they're all going to be coming to school together and they're not, because my book is 16 different stories. It's not all together. So all these things are going to be happening and they're going to get to know each other, but they're not going to know each other kind of thing.
Right. That joint is going to be tight, Mo.
Yeah.
I was thinking of that.
Yeah, but it could be a movie or a TV series.
A TV, because I was like, shit, this could be, I could see this on the Netflix.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I don't want it to be like no pop bright kind of thing. I want it to be gritty.
Good, raw.
Really gritty, like I kind of know how I want the cinematography to be. Like I want like the lights to be like, I guess low kind of. I don't want it to be like too bright. Like kind of like you know how Belly was like Belly is dark.
Oh yeah, right.
Belly is dark.
Belly is dark.
Snowfall is kind of dark. Like
Snowfall
I want it dark a little because it's something about that darkness that make us like it, and when we like it, the whole world like it.
And that's true. And we learn it, and we learn it. We the culture. Fucking talk about.
Like we make stuff move, but I know like the way that those are shot, it's shot a certain way, and because I feel like it was bright. You can be thinking about college and like, oh, I'm going to college, but nah, this ain't that
bright shit.
This ain't college-ish. What do you call it? Black college-ish or whatever. This ain't that. This ain't
blackish. This ain't blackish, nigga.
Yeah. This ain't American Pie. This ain't American Pie. This ain't Drumline. This another side.
Not Drumline. This ain't no Nick Cannon's over here, nigga. Yeah. We got Nardo Wicks, nigga. Fucking talk about. Who is that at that door?
Right. It's not that, but I kind of want it to end bright though. you know.
Okay, I got you.
Like graduation, all of a sudden it looked kind of different, and you see they all made it and stuff like that, you know.
Okay, I like that. Now, now you already asked it. I was gonna ask, how did you end up speaking at the universities? But I believe you answered that question. You told me that you knew somebody, a professor that wanted you to speak at a university.
Yes. And most of the times when your book is adapted in the school, they have you to come out and speak. Now there has been a few times where my book wasn't adapted, but they saw clips of me talking and they just like me. It's like, well, we're not gonna put your book in the school, but we'll have you come out and talk instead, and we'll pay you for that.
Okay. Oh, that's good. I mean, even in either or, you know.
Yeah, and then even most of the time when that happens, they end up buying books for the students that come see me speak. So
right. So you still winning. The win-win situation all the way around.
Yeah.
Now I did notice that that you interviewed a lot of different artists. Now I mentioned that you are a radio host. I thought I read that you host with somebody.
Yeah, WCEG Talk Radio. It's an internet show down here. I haven't done it in a few months because I've just been so busy. But yeah, I've done that. I interview a few people that just come on. It's similar to yours, but except for it's like a whole network. It's like it's different shows on this one.
Oh,
network.
okay. Because I seen you. Okay.
It's similar to that. So like I've done it for with JJ Sister Misi. I had JJ on there and different people. So I'm like the host of that, and I write a little bit. So I dibble and dabble in a few different things.
Oh, that's awesome. Because I was like, dang, I just lost my train of thought. Damn, it's the fucking weed.
And we want to know what your biggest bread and butter was when you first started out. Like you say, you took like 2 years or something to make the book. What was holding you through that, or you were still in school during that time?
I was working, so I was working a 9 to 5, and before going into right now I'm remote, but before, going in that office every day, getting up in the morning, working a 9 to 5, and then you sit in the traffic when you get home. Sometimes you don't feel like doing that when you get home, and I wasn't able to be consistent in writing there. Like I started and then stopped. I ain't gonna hold you. I was kind of procrastinating, and then one day I just sat down and said, "Man, let me finish this book because I got something here. Like I know I got something. I just finally just finished it." But shout out to the people who got 3, 4 kids and doing it by themselves, because I can't imagine people who are trying to do stuff like write a book and do other projects and they got kids, they got a husband or a wife, because once you go to work, you get off, you do that. It's a lot on you, man. And that's why I think like remote should really be a thing for everybody, because we have more time to ourselves and we can get more things accomplished. And it's like, I feel like it's more healthier, So
you said working remotely is more healthier, right?
Yeah, especially for me, because I save so much time. I don't got to be in traffic all day.
Right.
That time, that 1 or 2 hours I spend in traffic every day can go to me writing. It can go to something else.
Right. Now, did you become remote based on the pandemic?
Yeah, the pandemic. Yeah.
Okay. The pandemic. They just decided you just be remote. And I think being remote is actually good too. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's good for the mental health of people, because I think people being in a workplace. Sorry, it's a little net around here. What the fuck? I think people being in in like a cubicle or being just in an environment where they seeing the same people every day almost feels like jail,
And then being fake sometimes.
Being fake, got a fake laugh and smile. I was that motherfucker, did not like speaking to nobody, nigga. I was that person. I realize now, with my partner, that's not the good way to be as a coworker. But I was like, I'm just here for the money. You know what I'm saying?
Do my eight and skate.
Do my 8 and I'm out this bitch. Fuck. I don't even Hi. I don't even care to know you. I don't care. I just want my paycheck. But you can't be like that. But I think working remote is very good. Now, the question that I remember came back to me. Now, what was it like working with Twista, doing an interview with Twista and Roscoe Dash? I saw that you did.
So that was you did your homework.
You feel me? Throw the hand claps.
So when I was in college, I had like 4 internships. I had one with Play Magazine.
Oh wow.
It was a CharlotteVibe.com and a few other internships. So I started writing for Ozone Magazine once I graduated from college. So that's when I interviewed Twista and Roscoe Dash. I talked to them on the phone. I talked to Twista on the phone, and then I was with Roscoe Dash in person. This is before he had his song with Wale.
Oh wow!
This is back when he had because he was the one that was on Soulja Boy did All the Way Turned Up, but so did Roscoe Dash too. So
I know
I
that.
interviewed him back then. I interviewed Fly. You probably know who Fly is, don't you? But you know they song.
I know who the fuck Fly is.
Fly,
Who the fuck is Fly?
Fly is swag surfing.
What? Swag surfing?
Yeah, that's their name.
I
Fly.
swag. I surf. I thought that was a Soulja Boy song. That's not Soulja Boy.
Huh?
That's not a Soulja Boy song.
No, it's called Fast Life Youngsters.
Get out of here, bruh.
Yeah, so I interviewed them. I was at their video shoot for Swag Surf.
What?
Yeah, so working with Ozone was like one of the most fun times in my life. Like my first day on the job there, I was on a set of a Gucci Mane video show. I mean, Gucci Mane and Young Jock and DJ Drama. You know, they had the.
So you made the connection to Chicago Santana, huh?
Yeah, all that.
Oh, they had a I'm sorry, they had a connection to what?
What'd you say?
I done made you lost track. I'm sorry, my ADHD kicked in.
Yeah, but I say that they had an Ozone truck and it was like wrapped in ozone and like it had the logo on there. So I had to drive that truck around Atlanta all the time. So I was lit. I was having me a good time.
Damn, you were a local celebrity for real, nigga.
But then the magazine shut down because of the recession. So remember around that time, like a lot of magazines and papers, they got thinner around that time.
Yeah,
so
people not really was purchasing. They going on more so online. Digital,
you know that's when the cold bitchy started and media takeout and TMZ.
Right.
So everybody was looking at them, and you know, bigger magazines like XXL and The Source, they were able to move their stuff to online quicker and more. But Ozone was kind of smaller, so it didn't really work out that way.
It didn't really work out for him.
Yeah.
Damn, that's unfortunate, but you was able to get that experience. Now, my last question is, now, what did it feel like to create something so unfamiliar? You know what I'm saying? Because this is like a different, although, you know, you've been writing, you know, creating a story and like a book with curriculums, you know, is like unfamiliar territory. So what was the experience that you learned from that you can get to other people that may, you know, be in a pursuit, you know, of doing books or, you know, writings and things like that?
Man, or just anything. What I've learned from this is, man, you can do anything you put your mind to, man. Like, you know, I used to always hear that when I was younger, but it's really real. Like, as long as you focus, put God first and really pray and really, you know, always tell the students to act on your ideas.
So act on your ideas. I like that.
Because so many people always, you know, they pray for $1 million, pray to hit the lottery, but 9 out of 10, that's not gonna happen. But God will give you the idea to get to that $1 million, but you have to act on it. I've had so many ideas I didn't act on, and then days, months, and years later, after somebody with the same exact idea, and then I see them making money off of it, and it turns my stomach every time. Because like I had the idea, just didn't act on it. But you just got to put that work in and believe in yourself. And a lot of people think, you know, you need a lot of money to do this, to do that. If you got the idea, you're going to get the resources somehow, and it's going to come at you. It may take longer, take time, but if you keep working at it, it's universal law. It's going to happen. You just got to do your research on how to do it, because somebody else probably did it before you, but you got to do it your way and just follow the blueprint. Like, it's going to happen. Just don't take no for an answer. Like, when I finished that script, I'm in Atlanta. I'm down here with them shooting movies and stuff like that. I'm going to print that script out, and I'm going to go walk on set somewhere and hand it to somebody, and I'm going to keep on doing it. Somebody going to say, no, look like I'm crazy, but somebody going to read that book, that script, and be like, got something. And I'm going to get that call.
Man, you're going to get that call. I know you're going to get that call. And look, when you do it, because you're going to be, you know, up there with Tyler Perry once you do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you need anybody to play in a scene, you know what I mean? Right. I can act, you know what I mean?
And you know, you still look very young, so you can be, you can be a student.
I could be a student, you know. If you need me to be stick up kid, you know, give me that shit, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Where the hell you get that? Where the hell you get that Chucky mask from?
Huh?
Where you get that Chucky thing?
Hey, this is my little homie. This is my little homie mask.
Wow.
Hey,
crazy.
I be bored and be thinking of different ways that I can entertain myself.
But look though, that's an idea, and it's funny. Like it captures people. Like it's funny. So keep doing what you're doing, man. Whatever idea you got and the grand vision you got for it, just keep going because you got something. You smart. I ain't never really been in a podcast interview like this where you got all the sounds and the breakthroughs and the commercials and all that. It's so much more you probably can do with this. So man, keep going because like I'm impressed. And I ain't never even heard a stream yard.
Shout out to StreamYard. Thank you to StreamYard for watching.
Yeah. You got it, and you kind of got the voice for it. You got the voice for it too. Like I can hear you on the radio because you done had Treetop Radio. Like that's how I knew it was you.
Sis Smith, you feel me? Let's go. I've been manifesting this, y'all. For my audio people, shout out to Spotify, Google, Anchor. Yeah. I've been manifesting the shit out of Treetop Radio, and I want to tell people, go ahead.
You got the voice for it. Like you got it. You got it. You funny. Like
you know what I'm saying? I get that stuff. My mother tell me, girl, you're crazy all the time. Mama, it's gonna pay off. You're crazy, baby. And I called it Treetop because we used to always, hang under the tree, back under Smith. You know what I'm saying?
It's hot. That makes sense.
Was hot. It was big as shit. It's to the top. You know what I'm saying? And people that lived at the top of Carter, they could actually yell over the tree and shit.
In front of Greenfield.
Yeah. So that's where I got Treetop Radio from.
Actually, like the block. It smells like because you ride through Greenfield and people standing outside late at night just looking at you.
Dropping and shit. And then you better not come out of that motherfucking tree, boy. Come out of that tree. You ain't from DC, Maryland. Or you ain't we ain't sanctioned you in. We was like a gang, nigga. Did you get jumped in? You from South Carolina, nigga. Who you know over here from DC, Maryland?
Right.
Virginia barely over here, nigga.
And you know, I heard they stopped letting so many people.
That's fine. I'm about to move it right now.
They stopped moving some. Hold on, my man. I'm sorry. You said they stopped doing what?
They stopped letting so many people in from DC and Maryland. I think.
I heard that. That's what I heard. They put a restriction on us.
Yeah, I was like, dang.
These heathens. They was like, after that last brawl, I punched a nigga in his eye. Black this shit from Philly. Fuck that nigga. Bow. What? Knock that nigga shit. I was wilding at Smith, nigga. I was in the gang, nigga. I was banging. It's like, nah. But
it really was wild. I remember our freshman year, we went to like the first gym party, and we all made a conscious decision to all wear black. We walked in the gym. Yeah. There was like 25 of us walking in like, what's up? Like, what's good? Like, we in college. Why are we thinking like that?
Why are we thinking criminally? You know what I mean? Because that's how the shit was. The shit was funny as shit, though. Right. No, before I have you go, let me play this quick commercial break, okay?
Okay.
Treetop Radio LA, man, I appreciate you guys tapping in each and every Tuesday to my show. Make sure y'all follow me on my YouTube channel. That's Treetop Radio LA, or you can space it out, Treetop Radio LA. You can follow, like, subscribe, and share. Every time I go live, you'll get a notification. I do marketing for artists, brands, and businesses. You can contact me on my Instagram page. That's Treetop Radio. That's Treetop_Radio LA. Make sure y'all holler at me, man. I got good deals. I do video editing as well. I do photography for any type of events. Just let me know.
I can't hear you.
Oh, my shit be freezing. I'm trying to work on this. I gotta work on this internet though. But yeah, that's my nice little. Now, before you go, I always ask my guests to give a quote that the world could remember them by if they was to die today or tomorrow. God forbid, we don't want that happening. But if something like that was to happen, what would be a quote that you want the world, Javon Brown, to remember you by?
You have to cut things. You have to cut things and people out of your life that's not adding to your current situation. So if it doesn't add up, you got to subtract it, because if it doesn't add up, you can't multiply and go to the next level.
Oh, if it doesn't add up, you got to subtract it. If it doesn't add up, you got to multiply and go to the next level.
Yeah. If it doesn't add up, you got to subtract it, because if it doesn't add up, you can't multiply and go to the next level. It's kind of a long quote, but
we get the concept of that motherfucker.
Right.
Elevate at all costs, bitches.
Exactly. In a short way to say it.
In a short way, you know what I mean? You know, we can't add them up. Hold up, I'm trying to say it.
You got to subtract them.
You got to subtract them. You can't add them up. You got to subtract them because we trying to multiply out here, bitch.
Right. We don't die. We multiply.
We don't die. We multiply. You feel me?
Right.
Nah, it was a pleasure bringing you on the show, Javon.
Thank you.
I wish you more success in your life. I'm honored to have went to school with you and to know you, the viral sensation of the Grand Rising Biscuit. You know, man, Biscuit Man is awesome. I definitely would love you on back in the future. You know, a couple,
Indeed.
Couple months, whatever years from now, to see where you have been, where you have progressed to. And who knows, man, we're going to be in Hollywood on the Hollywood set, man. You might see TTRLA in a movie or something. They got me doing a little scene and shit. I got my little hat on.
You could be a campus radio station.
A campus, you feel me? If you out there, people, if you out there in movie world, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to send Javon this link. He going to be doing his thing with. If you out there in movie world, I can be a campus host, you know what I'm saying? Radio host, you know what I'm saying? I got the voice. You already know I'm the voice out here, not Lil Durk, nigga. It's me. Big Homie Smiles. Big Homie Smiles is the fucking voice. You feel me? Now, I appreciate you guys for tapping in. I'm going to send you guys both behind stage. And if you have to go ahead.
Wait, one more question before
okay. Ask one more question.
You know, I didn't get to read the book, so I didn't really get to get involved too much in this conversation. But I did want to know.
I'm sorry. Before your question, hold up. And after he asks your question, make sure you give your website. I'm sorry, and your Instagram. Oh, I'm bullshit, and your Cash App.
Okay.
Yeah, we need it all. But was there any bubble from your what was it, the meme? What'd you see from the meme? Was there any more traction towards your stuff or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I did the next day because it was still going viral. Not even the next day, a few hours. I did a sale on my website, put in Grand Rising and get 15% off. So I got like 12 sales. You know,
that's good.
Made some money, and then my Amazon sales went up too. So I was like, I'm getting all the traction. Let me put my book out there. So
right, that's smart.
Yeah.
That's good. That is wonderful. So tell people where they can find your book, sir.
JevonBrown.com. That's JeeVan Brown.com. Or you can go on Amazon and type in a lesson learned, Javon Brown, and it's there. You can get it on Kindle and Apple Books.
Kindle and Apple Books. So if they want to follow you on Instagram, what's your Instagram? What's your Cash App?
Javon A. Brown. Cash App is Javon Brown.
Javon A. Brown. Cash App is Javon A. Brown.
Yeah.
Okay, that was easy.
The book title was Lesson Learned. The Lesson Learned, right?
A Lesson Learned.
A Lesson Learned. Okay.
Yeah. A Lesson Learned. So y'all make sure y'all tap in. Hey, Black Corn Man, do you got a quote for the world that they can use? I like asking you different quotes because you always coming up with some wonderful things. You know what I'm saying? Do you got some or previous quote? Just you got to lead the world with
I like
information
the one with today. Because I was gonna say something like that is pretty much focus. You know, you gotta laser in and focus on what you're doing and cut out the distractions, like he said. Then it's a lot of distractions. The way he said it, from the kids to the being in a relationship to whatever else you got dealing with. If you don't got that, focus in on your shit. And if you do got it, try to find time to focus in on your shit.
Focusing on your shit's about elevating. So we believe that resilience is being optimistic because in order to withstand the rain, like my man Lamar on BMF series, I can't stand the rain. In order to withstand the rain, you got to be optimistic about something, and you have to have hope. You have to have, faith and the belief that it is going to happen. And you got to just be able to go through the process, like Javon was saying earlier, even though the process may not be always something that we want to do, it's something that's necessary in order to get good results, because if you cut the process, then you cut the good results. Although you may still get good results, but it may not be to the best of your ability. So you always want to just, stay focused and remain resilient and create optimism and be optimistic in life. And you just want to just be great.
Yeah, so don't short yourself.
Don't short yourself, man. So I just want to thank you guys. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to Spotify, Apple, Google. Shout out to my one viewer, whoever
Shout out
you
to my
are.
girl, you feel me? She
Shout
gonna
out to his girl, you know what I'm saying? Because we promoting love and tranquility over here, you know what I'm saying? We promoting, just great living, you know what I'm saying? People they don't need to be black success, you feel me? So I'm gonna go ahead and sit you guys back in the backstage. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, for stepping in. Y'all already know I never go a day without telling my lovely woman. I don't think y'all may be able to hear me. I may not can put this on right now. I never go a day without telling my lovely woman that I love her. She is the apple of my eye. You know what I'm saying? She is the reason that I do a lot of great things in life, and I'm just honored, to be with her. And it's always free Simba. You feel me? And we're gonna keep it moving. Y'all make sure y'all tune in with me. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. That's treetop_radio LA. And we're gonna be out this bitch. You feel me?
Had to make some new money on my old hoe. Had to throw odds up for the logo. I she fell in love with the cocoa. Well, let's see them like Benny Hanna. Take my little form, bitch, to Benny Hanna.
Yeah. Say, man, it's Treetop Radio LA.